Into the Pit has broke the lore. So today, I've gathered WitheredCircle and Cryonide to discuss the developments this game has brought. From drama in the timeline,
Is this telling us there's 6 MCI kids in the game's timeline?
to the meaning of the cut content.
Find Larson is the code in the blood.
Yeah.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the third episode of the Dreading Hour.
Alright, so we're here to discuss Into the Pit. We're a little late, but not too late, because there's new stuff comes out about this game, like every 5 seconds that people didn't know before.
Yeah,
So
we're
fashionably late.
Yeah. So we have a new guest today, WitheredCircle, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Withered. I do theories and stuff every week, and I overthink video games. So yeah, that's about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the club. Has everyone
to the club.
here? Has everyone at least played Into the Pit? A little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah, I beat it. I beat
Alright,
it.
nice,
Yep.
nice, nice. All right, so we can start basic. What do we think about the game?
top 2 FNaF games. for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. At least top 3. I haven't played many. This is probably the first like modern FNaF game I've ever played.
I think it is
I'll start playing more of them.
incredibly well made and yeah, very polished, very good. There's a couple game-breaking bugs that people have had like online, but generally, the game plays super well and looks great. So good on
Game plays
Megacat.
great when you don't have to wait in place an hour for an Easter egg.
Oh yeah, that was a bummer.
I still can't believe that happened.
Yeah, Withered.
I saw your video.
You
of
saw
that.
the video. Yeah,
I
we
saw that.
actually waited
Yeah,
for
yeah.
an hour.
You only need 10 minutes. Maybe you weren't standing close enough to the window or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. We had like comms in the chat and everything though. We were like,
Yeah, we had someone doing the research for us, getting spoiled on everything in the game just to figure this Easter egg out
Yeah.
for us.
But did you get it? You did get it.
We
right?
did
get it
yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
We eventually managed.
I didn't try.
And I have thoughts on that.
Alright,
thing.
should we start? Should we start with that? Go right into it.
You want to talk about the shit?
Sure.
Why don't we talk about the Stitchwraith
Oh, yeah.
off rip?
You want to talk about Eleanor off riff,
Go
dude?
Easter eggs.
Okay, where do we want to start? Like Stitchwraith specifically, or all the mini games, or what?
Alright, let's start on collect the hats first. Is this telling
Oh.
us that there is?
Oh,
Is this telling us there's 6 MCI kids in the game's timeline?
That
probably.
I think it is. I think it's telling us
Yeah.
there's 5, and then there's like a secret 6th one,
Oh, rough.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
which
It
is
feels really weird.
The last
It's like-
minute Scott
because
retcon.
Yeah, I feel like it was in Into the Pit originally. It was like a mistake. I feel like they just like incorporated it into the games or something. I always thought it was Charlotte. I thought the 6th kid was Charlotte, but at this point, it's like, come on, you can't deny it. It's really weird. I mean,
whoever the
I don't know.
6th kid is. I think they are inherently connected to Afton because he's the one like holding it in place.
Could
Like,
be.
because at the end of the game, you find him holding it there,
Yeah,
which angers me beyond belief because they made him purple again after making him mustard colored. But that's not.
Yeah,
here
that
nor
was.
there,
We'll
I
get
guess.
into that later. That can be a later discussion.
Oh yeah, we will. I have many thoughts on that, as you probably know.
We'll get into it, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so strange that they would have that 6th kid, because like Scott, not a great job, like not at all. If you only had the games, you couldn't possibly know this, which is, I don't love it.
I do.
but
Yeah,
I want to see someone try to solve this without knowing like anything from the books.
I think maybe now you can with Into the Pit figure out that there's a 6th kid, but Cryo, do we think
Yeah.
that it's Andrew?
Don't bring that motherfucker up to me. God.
We do not speak
I
of
hope
it.
not. I hope not.
Okay, just around the table here. If it's not Andrew, then who is it? Is it just like a rando?
Yep,
Or
that's
just
the
calling him,
question.
like,
Yeah,
Bill?
we literally
I
don't
would
have
not
another
be-
name.
I would not be surprised if it is the Vengeful Spirit. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if it's Cassidy. If you think the Vengeful Spirit is Andrew, whatever. But
Yeah.
I think it's whoever the Vengeful Spirit is.
That's
I think
fair.
that one. I think that much is pretty hard to deny because we
Yeah.
do not have enough dead kids.
It-
Unless
it-
you think it's like the crying
yeah.
child.
It seems like a way too big of a way too big of an Easter egg for the puppet, who we already know also died.
Yeah.
Just to like hide it off
Yeah.
screen. You know, you have to go down like 3 screens, and all the screens have 5 balloons as well. By the way, there's 5
Yeah.
like and then you finally get. So the clear time to tell you like, hey guys, 6. Ho ho ho.
Yeah, 6th MCI kid, and I
Yeah.
really doubt that it's Charlie. Because I feel like the hats are supposed to like represent their souls almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It represents like helping them move on. Why would Afton have that? Because Afton left her ass in an alley, dude.
And him, like, dropping it on a... I wonder if that's meant to symbolize something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have thoughts on that. I came up with this like while writing a script for the scrapped content.
Alright, spit.
Go.
You do know that there's a like old man consequences like scrapped scene
Yeah,
for that. But- So he's talking about how like you can choose between looking to the sky or falling into the pit. When he finishes doing that, he drops a hat into a pit, like his hat that he's holding, and
Yeah.
you can't collect it. It just falls into the pit, which means that it's almost as if it's like the vengeful spirit refusing to let go of William in UCN. I think that's why it was
Yeah,
cut.
drowning,
because it didn't
drowning
fit.
in the Red Lake, or keeping the nightmare going.
Yeah, drowning in the red lake. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's vengeful spirit.
That's a good idea. So then, who the fuck is the 5th MCI? Oh, I'm tripping. So what if the gravestone ending? What if the gravestone on the hill isn't Charlie?
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's like
that's-
Bob.
Oh no.
But it's like Bob, the
Oh,
6th MCI kid.
Oh.
Not Bob.
Robert.
Not Bobby, dude.
Robert Fazbear.
God, yeah.
Robert
wait, hang on.
Talbert. It's
Yeah,
Robert
so-
Talbert.
No.
Because if it's the vengeful spirit, actually, then like what's with the other hat? Hmm.
It really mixes things up. Super weird.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get into the idea that this is a game that's not in the game's continuity.
Oh god.
I know
struggle with
ID's
that.
Fantasy believes that. I know ID's Fantasy is a
Does she?
proponent of that. Apparently, she went on Twitter and said it. I don't know.
I'm gonna-
Well,
I think it's games line.
What I will
I
say
respect-
is
I
that
respect.
if
As
it,
long as it has an argument.
yeah, I'll say if it's not in the, if it is not in the game's continuity, Scott is tweaking officially.
Yeah.
Releasing a
Yeah.
Scott is
non-canon
making
game.
games that aren't in continuity with games.
Yeah, especially because, like you said, there are subtle differences, such as the Stitchwraith.
This.
So, Wither, do you know?
The
Did you know what we were freaking out over in the video, or no?
I didn't watch all of it.
Okay,
so
I'll
I
let.
just
I'll
saw
let.
it. Oh yeah.
I'll let Cryo go.
So, the Stitchwraith's appearance in Into the Pit is really weird because
Yeah.
so a few things. First of all, Stitchwraith ain't stalking kids out their window like that. The
Mhm.
Stitchwraith has like a very specific goal throughout all of the stingers.
He's a nice guy.
It's never. Yeah, he's kind of a nice guy. He kind of fits the anti-hero role for a little bit.
Yeah.
before-
I agree.
So off rip, it's weird that he's there. 2, he has a movable jaw, and he doesn't have his battery, which
That's
is
the big
really
one. The
weird.
big one to me is no battery.
Yeah, the big one, like, because you can argue the reason he has no jaw, art differences, whatever. You
Yeah.
can make an argument there. No battery is really weird.
Yeah.
Because the battery's how he moves, and like even in the final stinger, like it's talking about how the Stitchwraith can barely move because his battery is still damaged because it like got shot. So the fact that he has no battery and he's like teleporting around, that's really weird to me. Also, the Stitchwraith can teleport. Was that a thing in the stingers?
I don't think so. Was it?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So it would have been really convenient multiple times if that thing could teleport.
Huh.
All this to say, that ain't Jake and Andrew.
Yeah, it would be really weird
Who
for
is
them
it?
to be there, especially after the story's already done.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I mean is, like, they shouldn't be in that thing at the time of the Into the Pit game. The Stitchwraith's construction should come after, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Which tells us one of two things. Either this is we're going down one of two options.
Loop theory.
Either it's a prequel, in which case we have nothing to go off of, or it's a sequel to the Stingers. And if it's a sequel to the Stingers, then loop theory is real and God left us a long time ago.
Whoa.
And if that's the case, then the crack theory that I put into a video, which I'm slowly believing more and more as time goes on,
Oh no.
is that that's Eleanor after the final stinger.
No.
Because in the final stinger, she got basically absorbed into it and like put into
Yeah.
like an agony infested like memory. But Eleanor is practically made of agony, so how long is that gonna hold?
I mean, we do see Eleanor in the as part of the scrap content and in one of the mini games,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. There's like a
Eleanor
shadow
is
Eleanor.
involved
Yeah.
with this game,
she's real.
so I would genuinely not be
Very
surprised.
powerful.
She came to the games.
And she's
She came to
very
the games,
powerful.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would genuinely be surprised if this is setting Eleanor up to be a recurring villain and she's now controlling the Stitchwraith. That's what
I kind of
think is
hope
gonna
not.
happen.
I kind of hope not because that just we're already. I dig like the going back to the past, but if we just start a whole new like storyline with Eleanor over the next like 3
Yeah.
games, that kind of sucks. Like we don't need that.
It would be annoying. It would be weird, but what's it called? I think it would set these games up to be just like a sequel to Frights. And if
Maybe
that's
for the
case,
yeah.
then Stitchline Games is going to hell, which would be hilarious to me.
Careful,
I mean,
bro.
kids that play already kind of just.
No, that's
You can
canon.
see a kids that play sign. Yeah. No, I mean, sure, we can go Frights games. I mean, I'm Frights reboot at least for now.
Yeah.
So
No, everything is canon. Sea Bonnie is canon.
E-Bonnies are canon.
Under
in the
construction,
flesh is canon.
canon.
Yeah, whatever the hell happened under construction.
Yeah.
The thing from Haps with knives for hands is canon.
Dude, I actually feel like Tails is weirder.
So far, I believe it.
I've read like
Dude,
all of
yeah.
Tales by now. I've read like all of Tales by now. I've read all the
I'm
books,
still
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I've read all of Tales.
Yeah.
Dude, what's it called? I'm still on the second book. I finished B7 a few days ago.
Nah,
What
that
the
story's
fuck
cooked. That story's cooked.
what the
Yeah.
fuck was going on?
Dude, I literally could not sleep that night. Not because I was like scared. I was just perturbed. I was like, what am I reading?
I genuinely, like, I read the full story and I'm still not entirely sure what happened.
It's
And
like
then he, like,
feel-
put himself
it's
into, like,
like-
a trash compactor or something at the end.
Yeah.
SD'd.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, no, but the whole story's narrated super weird, like not in proper English. It's like Billy likes this, Billy does this, Billy is this, so
Yeah.
he eats
Yeah,
he eats cheese or
Yeah,
something.
but it's a narrative device. It's like the robotic or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like that part's kind of cool, but just, like, the story of it is so, like, what's going on? What were they putting in that kid?
No, the whole thing is, I feel like the original B7 was like, oh yeah, let's write a semi-transphobic fairy tale, and then B7-2 was like, oh hell no, we fucked up. So they just like continued the story.
Knowing Scott, I feel like he did it on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely an accident. Like I don't
Yeah.
think he consciously was like, oh yeah, let's do this. I think that's how it ended up. The author said something about that's not how it was intended.
Yeah. I mean, Scott
And then they used that
accidentally
for-
made Matt Pat Impreg, so, like, who knows?
No, but that was
It
that
was,
was
yeah,
intended.
yes,
I
it was an
refuse.
accident.
I refuse.
That was
intended.
That was intentional. That was intentional.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
All right, the minigames. What is going on with Fetch? That is not Fetch in that minigame. That is a white silver dog with a blue visor.
It's the fetch from the cover. I don't know what to say. Or
Yeah.
I have the book right here. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
If
it
you
is
ask me
it is the same Fetch?
What's going on there? It's definitely.
looks like it.
I think it is. It doesn't
Oh.
look like the same fetch.
I guess
at
I'm
all.
tweaking.
If you look at the fetch, no, like the fetching into the pit
Yeah. I
versus
feel
like the fetch we see on the covers.
Yeah, I feel like they don't look the same.
I think
So,
they're the same thing,
he's-
but they look.
they look a bit okay. So if
Just-
you look at the cover for fetch,
Yeah.
he's darker than Into the Pit fetch, and his eyes
Or
are
separate.
orange,
Yeah.
while those ones are blue and have a weird visor. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
All right, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
what I
like,
meant.
It's weird. Weird design choice.
That's what I was talking about.
My immediate thought was that he looks like that because he's all shiny and new, which would mean this is like a flashback to like when fetch was like a new thing.
Or it's later and he's like
Huh.
refurbished.
Yeah, or it's, yeah, but that's really
just-
weird. to
Nah,
put
that's
that in.
no, that's
I would not be surprised if this is like when he originally happened. Because also, what's it called? The pizzeria you're in is not like completely run down to hell. In
No,
there,
it's not.
if memories are.
It is not.
I don't.
Yeah, it's all
remember.
set up
Do
still.
we know when fetch takes place? Like the story.
Definitely like 2010s, I'd say.
Yeah, it's like the pizzeria at that point is completely abandoned. That they find it in.
And here it isn't. It's got like tables and whatever. So
Yeah, it's got like tables. It's got party hats.
Yeah,
Golden
so
Freddy's
weird.
there.
Even in
Golden Freddy
oh
Golden
that's
Freddy
got me tweaking.
is the weirdest.
And only him is just
Nah.
sitting there. Only Golden
Yeah.
Freddy. I don't think there's even the deactivated animatronics are not in there. It's just Golden Freddy.
Yep, just Golden Freddy.
Which and
What the
isn't
hell?
isn't that Jeff's that they're in? Or is that a different? I heard that on Twitter.
It is.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it's the FNaF. Wait, no, is it? I think it is. Hang on.
Here's the thing, right?
Like,
Here's the thing, right?
Well, Jeff's is
All
the
of these
FNaF
maps
one, I
are
think.
super inconsistent.
That's
No,
true.
it's not because of the security room. The security
Oh,
room
yeah,
is in
yeah,
the
yeah.
wrong
Fair
place.
enough, fair
So everything's mixed up. Everything's mixed up. Jeff's is like the 85 location, and
Okay,
that got
okay.
abandoned, which confirms it's like a different location for FNAF 1. Overcomplicated? Totally. I mean, what can I say?
Mhm.
okay, so it is the 85 location that we had never seen before, which is
Mhm.
Jeff's. Which makes some
Yeah.
sense.
Well, yeah, and you're picking up party hats, which symbolize dead children, and then 6 turns purple because there's 6 kids.
Yeah.
It's balloons. It's
Yeah,
balloons.
it's balloons, but yeah.
So are we?
So,
yeah,
so it's the
no
85
difference.
location, probably. I can believe that.
If there are 6 kids, are we taking this as Golden Duo, or the other kid is somewhere else?
I fully believe Golden Duo. I've always been a believer in Golden Duo.
Okay. I'm not sure, honestly.
It could go either way
I
for
mean-
me.
Okay. When is this episode going to come out? Because the week before has something to say about Golden Duo.
Yeah, I have not read everything on. I've only seen like individual pages.
Yeah, why not? I'll release this on the 7th, the week before it comes out. So go ahead. I'll just put spoilers in the
Actually, it's
tagline.
on actually it's on the 3rd, so you're.
Oh,
one of my-
I'm good. I'm good. Okay,
Okay, so
go ahead.
it just goes up and says, "Oh yeah," you hear a voice and it's like comforting you and whatever, and then Big Golden Freddy just goes "bruh" and kills you. There's other stuff like in it that seems to imply that Golden Freddy split between being like a comforting presence and more like of an angry thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Golden Duo, maybe. I don't know. Every time I go up and say, "Oh, I debunked this," it gets confirmed. So maybe I should like, I don't know. I should
And-
confirm Will care, so it gets debunked.
The crying child's definitely in there.
I
Oh,
fully
yeah.
believe
Yeah,
Prime
because
Time.
they tell you that in the book. He hears the bite of 83, and then Golden Freddy kills
And he
him.
gets mad.
Yeah.
And he gets mad. Yeah.
So the crying child is
Yeah.
in there, and something else is definitely probably in there. So that book does seem to suggest Golden Duo quite heavily.
But don't they
The-
also say like a woman, like an adult woman's there?
And they
Which-
make another. They say a women, like they use the plural for women.
Hey, women.
A women.
Hey,
So
women. It's the 6th victim. It's Golden Trio. It's Cassidy,
Oh.
crying
and Mrs.
child,
Afton.
Mrs. Afton.
Drafted.
I will actually jump out a window if that turns out.
Yeah. Please God, do not make Golden Trio real.
Wait,
disaster.
That's why Golden Freddy is in the Fetch Pizzeria. It's because Mrs. Afton is checking up on the restaurant.
Oh
Oh,
no, because she's the CEO.
no.
Oh, no.
Golden CEO. Yeah, I don't know why Golden Freddy's in there. That's a super weird detail.
Yeah. So hang on.
Yeah,
This is 85 location.
Because that implies that
do we think this is before or after the guy, the fetch minigame?
after, because the hats,
I
surely.
guess it's after.
Surely, yeah.
It's the hats. So, FNAF 1 area, missing kids. This is probably when the building was first about to get abandoned. Because I imagine the building wasn't up for I imagine it wasn't open.
It
For
must.
very
I
long.
think it's already closed though, because none of the other animatronics are there. They probably got taken out.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they just
so-
went Golden Freddy.
But why'd they
for some
leave
reason.
Golden Freddy? The fuck?
Wait, hold up. I have an idea. So, you have 83. So you have like the bite of 83, and
Okay.
like the spring locks are canned. Boom. Then you have Freddy's, which opens in 83, closes in 85. So they take out those animatronics. They take them to the FNAF 2 location. Golden Freddy stays there, but since he's Golden Freddy, he teleports to FNAF 2 and like takes on the appearance of the Wizards or whatever.
That's true, because he
'Cause
does.
he can
change, yeah, he
shapeshift.
does. So like the actual suit might be in one place, but he can like move his visage around. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting.
But what's it called? He definitely got moved eventually because he's not there in Jeff's except for the past.
That's true.
So like eventually he got moved at some point.
Probably.
He also eventually got withered at some
Afton
point because like he
isms.
still has his ear in the minigame if memory serves.
Yeah, he does. You're right. Well, I mean, unless he's just taking on the appearance of the withered Freddy. But
I think that's the case.
but he
I mean,
definitely gets.
Do we know if he can do that? Can he just like change his appearance at will?
Shit. We
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
why do you like? Probably because he's unwithered in FNAF 1, and they have like no reason to redo
Yeah.
him at all.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I guess.
he's been like canceled for 10 years already.
He's also just like
He's-
broken. He's like supernatural, bro. He's got mind
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
He's built weird.
He's built different. Who is this kid in this minigame? Is this Andrew or Greg?
Is this Andrew or Greg? That's the question.
Surely it's Greg.
On
He
one hand-
looks nothing like Greg.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the thing. He does not look anything like Greg.
Okay, but how is this Andrew, and how is he mad at William if William's nowhere near this place? Like, William's not even here.
Not the vengeful spirit. Or what's
Fetch
it called?
Afton. Fetch Afton.
I mean, I think the right answer is that what's it called? William probably just owns Fetch. I can't imagine anyone else who would own this contraption.
Do you think Andrew knows that?
I mean, okay. I think he'd be aware. Like, okay, the order. Fetch kills Andrew. William sees a dead body next to Fetch, puts two and two together, starts experimenting on Andrew's soul, and Andrew can tell that much.
Okay.
That's all I can think.
Weird way to kill him with Fetch. Weird way to kill him.
I mean, it was probably just like by chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know how true
that
that is. Like, I'm spitballing.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It makes some
Yeah.
level of sense.
Personally,
It's
I think
otherwise
it would be
right.
lame.
Yeah, I think it would be lame too. But like, the other thing is like, if it's Greg didn't even die in his story.
Yeah, true.
It's implied he dies though.
I don't know if it even is.
Fetch kills everyone and says "see you" at the end, as if it's like, "Oh yeah, see you later. You're dead." Yeah.
I don't think that has to be that, because also like
fight.
Fetch, like Greg has not liked Fetch like that basically that entire story and never attacked them. I think it's like a perpetual monkey's paw or like whatever.
Well, we might learn more in the Fetch game.
Maybe we do.
Yeah.
Let's
Dude,
hope for Fetch.
When we get to the Fetch game, if he looks like the kid from the minigame, I'm gonna lose my goddamn
Yeah,
mind.
if it's some dude with red hair and like, or sorry, red shirt, not red hair, red shirt, blue jeans, black hair, we're like, oh well, I guess that is Greg.
That is going to be the funniest outcome ever.
Yeah.
Oh no, that just confirms Sprite's reboot then, because like Greg is like, "Oh yeah, this guy's blonde," like every single
Yeah.
page.
So is Fright's
And the graphic
reboot
novel.
just like the same events but in a different like continuity? But like
Basically,
yeah.
it's like, yeah, you take the stuff that works and you keep it. You take the stuff that doesn't work and you change it to be better, which is a natural like storytelling progression.
So
I
it's
think that
essentially
fits.
just like changing
Soft
Greg
retconning.
so it-
That's what I'd
Yeah,
prefer.
It's soft.
I'd prefer that.
it's soft
changing
retconning.
Sprite so it can be in continuity.
Because I mean,
Which means that Sprite isn't in continuity as it stands.
if Andrew is the vengeful spirit, what does Cassidy even do? Because
Oh, she's just there.
after
talk
the
to the crime
yeah.
child, the-
after the
Unless
interview
you
with
believe,
Steelwool, I think the princess thing was a
you-
mistake. After the interview,
I
or
totally
sorry,
believe
the Sky interview. After the Sky interview, I think the princess thing was a mistake.
100%. I don't doubt that for a second. That was never
Yeah.
intended to be there.
Yeah, they were just making stuff up. Or, like, and it's not their fault. Like they had nothing to go off of,
Yeah,
and they just, "Oh yeah, this makes sense."
It's
like, I guess,
golden.
and they just put it there.
we'll name her Cassidy. They're yellow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, the logic's there. It's just, you know. God.
Wrong.
All right, shall we get into cut content?
Yeah, so what else was cut? Because I'm not super up to date on all the cut content.
There was a Vanny minigame.
I did hear.
Oh no. The Vanny minigame stuff was just a huge misunderstanding.
Oh,
Where they
okay.
used the movie. They used the movie as like a lore, so they thought Vanny was like
It's still there
William's
now.
daughter or whatever.
Well,
It's
no,
still
'cause
there
it-
because
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
her
why it was
sprites
there.
were
though.
recycled. Her sprites were recycled. I don't know why it's still there. Maybe they just wanted to leave that in there for fun. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Okay, and then find Larson is the code in the blood.
Yeah. That's
Oh
funny.
yeah,
That is
that
hilarious.
was so funny. I got into the rabbit hole of like
Yeah.
talking about it on Twitter. Yeah.
So what happened to Bro? Why is he gone?
I think I have a theory, which is in that scene where you're in the classroom and like Pit Bonnie becomes the teacher or whatever, like your hallucination. There's like stuff written on the wall in blood or whatever. I think Find Larson would originally have been there, but they removed it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They just changed it to Oswald. Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what it's done.
Yeah, that's what it says there. What night is that? Is that like night 4?
That's night 4, probably.
I'm gonna
Three.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at that, and we're just gonna continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
What others? What others?
did Larson go missing in the epilogues, or is that a new thing?
No, he did not go missing.
Alright, so what happened to Bro? My question remains. What happened to Bro?
Yeah, that's now the question because
Yeah.
he's not missing ever.
Yeah. Hold on.
It is
No,
all
it's not day 4.
day 3.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it on
Day
day 3. Maybe, unless it's a dream, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna delve too long on that. So if Larson's missing, okay, wait, is that in the game anywhere then? Just out of curiosity,
I think it's cut.
the find Larson code, is that just in the file?
It's literally in the files.
Yeah, it's in the
so
files. I don't think
not
it's
actually,
used.
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So realistically, I can't say it says much, but the fact that that was made at all is weird because like Larson is like has nothing to do with Into the Pit really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He just has that thing with the ball pit.
Ironically, the only way I could take that, and I'm being unfortunately serious here, this goes back to the video I made. This has to go back to the Stitchwraith then, because like the Stitchwraith is the only thing in this game that's associated with Larson at all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess, unless you count Alien or I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good
Eleanor
point.
kinda, but what's it called? Eleanor wouldn't be telling us to find
Find Larson, yeah.
But the Stitchwraith wouldn't be writing in blood. So I mean.
I mean, the Stitchwraith writes in like by burning things into people's forehead.
Yeah.
That's a thing it could do.
That's some Voldemort shit, bro.
Yeah, some crazy voodoo shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the only thing I could say is that it's like Jake trying to lead Oswald somewhere, maybe. But at the end of the
It's
day,
failing.
like it went unused.
It was
for a
cut.
reason.
There's so much unused stuff. That's the weird part, though. It's like they had an entire like narrative they wanted to go down, and then they backed out of it.
I think the reason they backed out of it is because we're getting more games because we know we're getting the fetch game.
Oh, okay. So they were probably just
Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
even
spilling
like, it's
too
even
much too
confirmed in
soon.
the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably just thought this game was going to be bigger, but instead they realized they're going to be making
Separate,
multiple
yeah.
games.
So yeah, they're spilling too much info too soon.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that.
So
That's
we're
a good
gonna
idea.
get-
Alright, what else? A couple more things on Into the Pit I'm trying to think of. Alright, so, Cryo, what do you believe? Do you think it is Stitchline, or do you think it is like a reboot? Like a similar to
I think
Stitchline,
it's-
but not quite?
I don't think it's either. I think this is a sequel, if anything.
That's
like,
tricky.
if my theory is right, then this is a sequel, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is some Nomura type shit, you know what I mean?
hmm
This is the motherfucker who writes Kingdom Hearts writing a FNAF game.
Yeah, I've seen the idea that, like, the Stitchwraith goes into people's bad memories to fix them, but it goes in as Jake, right? Not as the...
Yeah, no, it's Jake himself going in, like, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the Stingers. Jake goes into Millie's memories and gives her her happiest day,
Yeah.
and then he does that to every soul in the ball pit. And like when he does that, all the balls turn like clear.
And
Clearly,
it's,
that hasn't happened yet because
it's
you see
weird.
the ball pit.
It's weird that they show you count the ways, because that has nothing to do with Wide or Stitchline at all, unless I'm wrong. Like, did Eleanor put that in his garage? I might be forgetting.
I mean, the fact that Millie was like in the ball pit at the end of the Stingers implies that there's something there
Yeah.
at least.
Eleanor sent a ship to package, a UPS from Funtime Freddy
Yeah.
to the dude's house.
I mean, technically they're both fun times. Like Eleanor is technically like fun time adjacent. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's also the fact that Into the Pit is the first Frights book, and the other two stories are To Be Beautiful and Count the Ways. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
And then they just added Fetch in there because that's what we're getting next.
Do you guys think Eleanor is a physical thing, or just, like, completely agony? Like, that weird,
That I
like, that
don't
weird baby-looking thing is, like, skinny baby?
Yeah.
Is that even real, or is that just, like, agony just manifests it?
I wouldn't be too surprised if agony manifests it, but then like
Yeah.
Why does it look like
but it's
baby,
weird.
bro?
I don't know. Saw baby was like that looks hard.
Yeah.
But what if I make it
Yeah,
better?
I'm doing that, but
Gives
hotter.
Yeah, just gives her a crop top and like, yeah, that's my look.
Yeah. Slaby.
I
That's her new
mean-
nickname.
I mean, maybe it's because Baby is always like William's creation. It's like, oh yeah, this is something that William made. It's his baby
Yeah,
essentially.
is this
Pun not
agony?
in-
Yeah.
pun not intended.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you manifest yourself as William's ultimate creation or whatever.
That's a good idea, I think. That's smart. I actually haven't heard that take before. That was good.
I think that to talk about the fetch game for a second, because we got these mini games in this game, I think they're gonna get the same thing in fetch. So I think we're gonna get Lonely Freddy and Out of Stock as mini games.
Probably.
So
Probably.
and then we're probably gonna get fucking 1:35 a.m. just to tease the next one if we get more. And that's gonna be a weird one.
Bro, how would you make a game out of that?
I don't know.
Hear me out. Just psychological horror, just pure psychological horror, and you're just going like insane while you play it. There is an Eladol in the code of Into the Pit.
That is
There's a
true. There
file.
is, yeah.
Right next to FSLIAN, you know,
Yeah.
Find Larson.
Yeah. Was that one only on the Switch release too?
No,
Well,
it's
I think the Switch release is just like an outdated version.
Yeah. They took shit out.
yeah.
Hey guys, so what do you guys think about Afton Midnight Motorist?
It upsets me.
Green
Like
Afton.
steam coming out of my ears.
Green Afton.
Green Afton supremacist. Rip Green Afton.
Why is he mustard?
Why did he make him yellow? If that that's so odd.
Because here's the thing. It was one thing if there was just gonna be a shift. Like from now on, he's this color. He'll be more associated with this than purple because Mike is purple.
But there isn't. There
yeah,
isn't.
but that
There
didn't
is no
happen.
shift.
And he goes
Because
back
into
to
the
it. in
pit,
this
he's
game.
purple.
Yeah.
The best argument
come
I've
on.
heard online is that like it's a narrative device. You play as him, and he wouldn't see himself as evil.
That's fucking stupid. that's still stupid. I'm sorry.
I mean, I dig it from a narrative point of view, but to make that like the mini game, like, come on, you're joking. There's no way.
Because the thing is, he was purple in 1983.
Well,
Like
unless
Crying Child saw him as purple.
unless
in
we want to
83.
get into the because that was retcon for sure. I think that he was already killing people when FNaF 4 came out, but they retconned it so he didn't start the MCI till later.
Maybe.
But we can get
But
it.
then-
Yeah,
like-
because of the whole because of the line of like, oh yeah, they hide your body and they never tell
Yeah,
anyone.
and there's actually
Yeah.
a kid in the back room, Cryo. That is not wires. I
Yeah,
will die on
that
this
is-
hill.
That is a kid. I also don't think it's wires.
I will die on that hill.
I don't think wires look like that.
So I think during FNaF 4, he was already killing people. Like when the game came out, but then they retconned
Yeah.
it so that Bite Victim was the first death or something. Or Charlie. One of the two. Because yeah, he could be purple.
Either-
He could be purple if Charlie died.
I guess. Yeah, cause he's
Yeah.
Harley.
Yeah.
Because if this is right after that, then he's
Yeah.
already fucked up.
Mhm.
We
He's
will.
yellow because he just drank a lot of alcohol and now he's drunk out of his goddamn mind. That's all I got.
We will not be discussing the breaker map. We will not be.
No. God forbid.
I've had enough breaker map.
I keep bringing that stupid map up.
Yeah.
I look
I
at
can't
and
help it.
upset.
I mean,
Why-
it's
why did it
helpful.
exist?
It's helpful.
Is it though?
Not anymore.
Kinda is,
After
though.
what Cry when I found, not anymore, bro. That shit, it hurts.
Like on one hand, it might be helpful, but on the other hand, like it's kind of goes against itself in a few regards.
I mean, in what sense?
Should I tell him? Should we discuss it?
yeah.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think we gotta go.
Alright, we are talking about it.
Break it down. This one's
Let's
on
go
you.
down the rabbit hole.
Okay, so at the, you know how you can see the FNaF 4 neighborhood on the breaker map?
Yeah.
So would you agree that for that to be there, William would have had to have designed that map at some point? Not a trick question.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
uh,
So
like,
for the breaker
if the
map to
neighborhood's
exist,
there-
yeah. So for the breaker map to exist with observation rooms, William would have had to design it. Yep, and the break room is in Circus Baby's entertainment and rental, right?
Right. Oh.
Okay.
Or is this going into like neighborhood design and like everything?
No. But so and on the break room map, there's a little white dot in the crying child's bedroom, which implies that he was observing the crying child at some point from this bunker. Hand unit at the very first dialogue of the game. Hand unit tells you the bunker was created in response to Freddy's closing because of the MCI. Which means after that, William was observing the crying child. After Freddy's
It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. That bunker has been there since the Cold War.
Yep,
It's canon.
that's
Yep.
Yeah, that's what everyone in my chat was saying. Like, oh, maybe he just built it 30 years ago. I'm like, now what evidence is there?
No, I don't think it really... It just goes back to... what was that theory called? Fast Bunker from the first trailer. It's like, yeah, okay, there's a bunker that they built during, like, the Cold War. Makes sense. You build bunkers.
You must be capping. You must be capping.
You're making
this is mad. This is mad copium. This is just like ultimate copium. No,
Also,
but like
JoJo woke up apparently.
Yeah, JoJo said like my ass fell dead asleep. Well, let's hope her ass didn't fall asleep again.
Yeah.
Would be nice to have some more people here.
All right, well, like, so Cryo and I just think it's an oversight. Like, he forgot, like, oh wait, the crying child's supposed to be dead when this bunker's being built.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, that means Bite Victim dies after the MCI.
Yeah, it means that kid was left, like, on life support for at least 2 years and brought back to his room.
Bro was sitting alive in his room for, oh my god. And he was talking to him in the cabinet because of Jade.
Whoa. That's some, like, dual process theory shit. Come on. No hate to them. It's just, I really don't like the whole, oh yeah, my son dies, and then I stuff him into Golden Freddy. Like, that just...
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we think it's just a plot hole, because but the game implies that the Bite Victim's alive after the MCI. Unless we're arguing that they actually built this bunker during the Cold War.
Look,
he's been stalking the crying child since the Cold War.
Since the fucking 1700s or some shit.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. Alright guys, how do we feel about Dave? Speaking of the crying child, how do we feel about Dave?
Oh yeah, Dave. I actually kind of like... I kind of like it because it's like, oh yeah, William took the name Dave because it's his son or whatever. I don't know. The name's kind of lame, honestly.
Yeah. Apart from the name being lame, because it's lame as fuck. Who names their kid David?
Edwin.
Yeah. Fucking God. Don't get me started on that. Here's the thing. I don't think I agree with it. The more I think about it,
it's better than Evan. It's better than Evan.
It's better than Evan. No,
that.
Evan's awful. Evan's awful.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Evan at all. So here's the thing. First of all, I don't think I'm scared is a valid response to do you have dreams. I still think that's stupid. I think that was already like that was immediately like off rip. That's pretty stretchy. Another thing is underscore. If you guys know him, made a like tweet thread about this like an hour ago or something, and like they bring up a few good points. So first of all, I think a lot of people think this. Saying I'm scared in response to do you have dreams, pretty stretchy. Saying I can hear sounds in response to does he still talk to you, also a little stretchy.
Yeah, so it might not be Evan at all, or EVA at all.
Yeah. The other thing is, what's it called? I can hear sounds and it was for me are on the same page as each other.
Yeah.
And so is I can't see, I'm scared.
That's good. I'll give him that. I mean, I'll give him that.
Yeah, and I think those responses kind of go hand in hand. Like, in response to the party was for you, I can hear sounds, it was for me, that can make some sense. In response to what do you see, I can't see, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah, like it's multiple. Yeah, it's multiple answers to the same thing.
Like that makes a lot of sense.
And then that ties into Dave, right?
At the end of the day, like I don't know if that
he would choke. That would mean that like it was like both those lines were responding to one question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that would change the coordinates up. Which...
So we would have ED. We'd have erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, we got it, guys.
That's his name, Ed.
We got
Ed. His name's Ed.
Ed. Oh yeah. Oh, wait. Edwin?
No.
I'm just saying.
We got Dave and Edwin
You've
in the
got
same
Dave.
grid.
You've got Dave and Edwin in the same.
His name
grid.
is the Mimic. Do we think he has a name?
He has a name.
He definitely has a name.
It's definitely not Evan, and it's definitely not Garrett. Let's get that
Oh no,
out of the way.
Garrett. No, definitely not Garrett.
I don't think
It's neither of those. I'm willing to believe Dave. I'll never call him Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong,
I'll give him the
that's-
benefit of the doubt. I'll be like, that's not a bad theory.
I'm gonna keep calling him the Crying Child. I think it's a good theory. Like, I think it was well put together. I like, what's it called? I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the best solution we'll get.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
until I step in and do something stupid.
Especially with the reflect on the whole reflection mirror thing. That was
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's important for sure.
I just don't see how else. There's something in that grid for sure.
I mean,
But
yeah, no,
I
there's something in
don't
the
think
grid.
we'll ever know.
I might fuck around and like spend like 28 hours straight
You're
going
insane.
through it. Yeah, it wouldn't be the craziest thing I've done. Don't look. I'll lock in. Someone has to do it.
Yeah. All right. Other FNAF news. We can talk for a bit about the week before and the weird shit in there.
Sure.
Why would it say it's me to phone guy?
I don't know. That's a weird thing.
It just says it's me to everyone.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Maybe it just thinks all adults are William Afton.
William or
adults, maybe.
Michael, maybe. I don't know, because like
Yeah.
it's me to me has always been associated with the Crying Child. I think that's something that's been set up.
Mhm.
For a
Yeah, I
long
think that would
time.
make more sense if it was the crying child being like, "Yo, brother, what's poppin'?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would be better. But it could work either way with Cassidy being like, "It's me, the one you should not have killed, maybe unless it was Andrew."
Unless it was Andrew. No, what's it called? It's Me has kind of been set up for the Crying Child since FNAF 1.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. I just don't know why the Crying Child is speaking to random people. Like, just calling out to them like that.
All right, Withered Circle, is Andrew in the games?
I've been ruminating about this. I've been contemplating it.
He's been
I mean,
studying.
because I made that whole like, oh yeah, Andrew isn't the vengeful spirit, and everyone was like, oh yeah, man, you're just tripping.
Yeah, then you got crucified.
And I got crucified, and then I just looked at him like, I mean, he could be. I don't know if I want him to be though. But who else could the sixth kid be?
That's what I mean.
Because we already have a character.
If it wasn't for the
We
six kids thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but now that we've got 6 kids, it's like, oh yeah, come on, it's got to be Andrew.
But then you gotta ask.
don't know.
Then you gotta
Maybe-
ask what's special about Cassidy, because there's something that makes Cassidy able to like do all that weird shit where the others can't.
Oh, God.
You know, if Cassidy's not the vengeful spirit, why could she teleport and do all this weird shit? If she's just another normal kid.
Yeah, because like none of the kids, like the rest of the kids, don't do anything.
That's why. Yeah, that's why the vengeful spirit being Golden Freddy
Yeah.
worked so well for me. Is because we already know Golden Freddy's special.
Yeah,
We already
Golden
know
Freddy's
that.
always been special. Golden Freddy has to be important to Ultimate Custom Night with how that ends.
Yeah, I really don't understand why people are like, oh yeah, Golden Freddy's just not important. This is symbolizing him leaving or whatever.
That makes no sense.
Anyone saying
Yeah.
that is
He's
tough.
literally tweaking as he
Yeah.
fades off. That's not him leaving.
Yeah.
He's literally like having a seizure while leaving. Clearly, he's restless. Yeah. He, her, whatever we're referring to it. Cassidy, Golden Freddy, whatever.
The only problem is if you want Golden Freddy to be the vengeful spirit, at this point you kind of have to go Golden Andrew, which I really don't like. I feel like there's no evidence for Golden Andrew except for the curly black hair, and that doesn't feel like it's enough. Plus, why does he have that alligator mask?
Yeah. Why does the vengeful spirit talk to the mediocres?
Yeah.
Why was that
I
in
mean,
the city?
why would any of the kids talk through the mediocres?
Why was
Andrew
it-
Pigpatch. Hear me out, Andrew Pigpatch. I made a video about this.
Yeah, he's tweaking.
I don't
Andrew
believe
plays
it.
the banjo.
I really don't believe it, but sure.
Yeah, people get wild.
I mean, I think it's
wild
pretty
theories. Yeah, dude, I don't
That
know.
one was kind of.
It's all mixed up now because the story worked fine when there was 5 missing kids, bro. Like Andrew was never needed. That was never a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, yeah.
But I get why people did it, because the man in room 1280 is so on the nose that you're almost like, oh, I guess this is just what actually happened. Like, there's not much room to interpret a parallel there. There's a fucking burnt, rotting corpse getting tortured by some kid.
My only question is, and like I asked someone about this the other day, how does Andrew go from that to somehow being a part of Fetch's battery to the Stitchwraith singers?
I think when he exploded, when bro busted in wait, pause.
Yeah.
When
Well,
when bro busted all over the warehouse.
Which means that, first of all, Ultimate Customite is taking place inside of William's mind. Second of all, it means William's alive during that entire thing. Which means Ultimate Customite's a nightmare.
I agree. In a cytrophobia or whatever it is, you can hear a heartbeat in the background.
Yeah. So that means Ultimate is, like, more or less a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Plus the Nightmarian lines.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare you won't wake from. He was actually spitting.
Yeah.
He was actually spitting.
He was spitting.
He was just telling the truth.
So what's it called? Somehow, Andrew and Afton had to go find Fetch after blowing up, which I still don't know how that happened.
Wait, yeah, facts. How would how would Fetch get in the fucking warehouse without? Oh, now I'm tweaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the weird
If he's
question.
already possessed, how is it even there?
You kind of just have to assume that at this point, which is I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
What if the man in room 1280 is right after FNAF 3 and FNAF 6 is just agony? It's Eleanor.
Stop.
Okay, but jokes aside,
Eleanor.
jokes aside,
Cease.
jokes aside, I'm actually looking at the book. I'm trying to figure out if there's actually anything.
Yeah, like do they like if they mention
Does someone like?
Fetch
Or is there like a shipment going out or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Look. The first page I opened to. The old pizzeria had stood boarded up and bombarded by coastal storms and whatever for who knew how long. Structure was clearly abandoned. It's like just saying, oh yeah, no one has been here for like forever. Ugh.
So it's in the same condition as the pizzeria was in Fetch, right?
No, I mean, let me see how it was inside because that's important. Because I think it's just. But then if it says like, oh yeah, everything is perfect, like everything.
Why the fuck would
clean.
Golden Freddy be in there at that time? Oh man.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. Let's just figure this out first.
Golden
Also,
Freddy's
what's up?
the thing that
what's-
really screws this up. What's up?
What's up with the 0 point field? Because that's something in this story.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot what that is.
It's like some weird physics principle, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's like it's like quantum physics or whatever.
I'm googling it.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah. Now I have to do the same.
Two's enough. I'm looking at the book.
0 point energy is the lowest
Energy
possible
is the
energy.
lowest possible energy
Uh,
that a quantum mechanical system may have. All right. Glad we did that, dude.
That told me nothing. That's-
Yeah. Bro, I'm so confused.
Hear me out. 0 point energy is negative. It's negative remnant. Negative remnant.
Oh, goody. Is negative remnant agony? Is that what we're saying? Or are those different things?
Oh, they're all the same thing. No, it's just let's do it.
Well, my
Goddamn
thought was that Remnant is William Afton's attempt to manufacture the effects of agony. I think agony is a natural substance, and Remnant is William Afton's attempt to like produce it mechanically.
Recreate it.
Yeah, like how they're trying to grow like
makes
fake
sense.
meat in test tubes. They're trying to grow like fake meat in test tubes. He's trying to grow fake agony with
Oh,
his Remnant. Yeah, I think that would be cool, and in character. I feel like. Because, like, it's imperfect, you know what I mean? It can, like, fade away. Because apparently agony itself cannot be destroyed with fire, because Andrew is chilling. So. Like, after FNaF 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire can only do so much.
Yeah, apparently it can do...
So yeah, I guess
all.
I guess that's the difference between remnant and agony, which makes some sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking more about it, what's it called? I think the only way for Andrew to be the vengeful spirit is if Golden Andrew is real. which means that
Yeah.
Andrew
Cursed.
somehow has to go. Andrew somehow has to go from Fetch's battery to Golden Freddy to Ultimate Custom Night to the Stitchwraith.
And it's-
I mean, Golden Freddy.
and
Golden
maybe-
Freddy is there.
Yeah, it's also already
Yeah.
possessed. It's also already Golden Freddy's also already possessed when in that minigame.
Yeah,
Soul
Golden Freddy
splitting?
is
I don't know.
possessed.
I
So
think,
that would
yeah.
also prove Golden. Like if Golden Andrew's a thing, then Golden Duo is also a thing.
Dude, that would
So the order
yeah.
would have to be. So if the Fetch minigame is Andrew gets killed by Fetch, possesses either Golden Freddy or Fetch for some reason. Afton finds it, fucking swaps him over to Golden Freddy if not already in there. FNaF 6 happens way down the line. Or no,
Bro.
at some point Andrew has to tether himself to Afton's soul. When does that happen?
After all this, I get. Well, yeah, it should happen. Like, all right, the real answer that I believe is that the soul gets onto Afton in the Follow Me minigame. That's when he gets spring locked. I think that like ghost kid goes onto him. I think that's the vengeful spirit.
But the problem is, that's Cassidy. Like, that's the 5th MCI kid.
Okay, but like,
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, that's not the
But in-
Secret Sixth kid.
however, what I'm saying makes sense. Unlike anything to do with Andrew.
That's fair. Okay, wait. Maybe we can still do a workaround. Maybe we can say the 6th kid is just a rando. But then, what does it mean? Like, why is that important? You could have just kept it at
They-
5.
They, yeah,
if the
they
6th
literally
kid wasn't-
emphasized it with like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's leaning really hard into Andrew's the vengeful spirit, but then I don't know what the hell
but then you have to
Cassidy's.
work that into
Yeah.
everything else. Because like, how do you? Because then Andrew has to be associated with both Golden Freddy and Fetch, and then eventually get into the Stitchwraith after
And in
somehow
William.
tethering himself to William. Like, how do you fit all of that into a timeline?
Bro is like speed running.
Yeah, bro is
Yeah.
making moves.
He hit the backwards long jump, bro. Yahoo! Yeah.
Bro is clipping out of his mind.
Also weird that we play as Eleanor in the one minigame, then we play as Millie, and then we play as someone in Fetch.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it has to be either Andrew or Greg, right? There's no way it's anyone else.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they just massively whiffed on like what Greg looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That makes sense. Like, they can do that 100%. It's their franchise. It's Fright's reboot.
Yeah, I'd prefer that because then we can actually get around some of the Andrew isms if we do Fright's reboot.
Yeah, we can just retcon all the stuff that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You know, if Stitchline was always intended to be canon, Scott is tweaking, bro. There was so much.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong with Stitchline.
There's so many weird
Yeah.
gaps. Tales games, I'm more willing to believe.
Yeah. Now that the whole pizza plex
Yeah.
inconsistency thing was fixed,
Which
and
is also,
I'm
you
way
know, also that would mean animatronic apocalypse is canon. Whatever the fuck that story
No,
was.
no,
Whatever
no.
Whatever that story was.
We're doing pizza plex line. New
Okay,
thing.
okay.
None of that stuff.
Flex
happens.
line, huh?
B7, that would mean B7 was canon to the game.
Pizza plex line. That stuff doesn't matter.
What do you guys think is the most? I mean, Cryo hasn't read many of them, but Withered, what do you think is the
Yeah.
worst Tales story? Like the most whack one?
Apart from animatronic apocalypse.
Yeah, I think
No,
that takes the
including
cake. I think animatronic apocalypse takes the cake. That story was fucking.
Please explain that to me, it's just so I can like revel in it when I get there.
We barely.
Oh,
so like,
boy.
all right. There's this guy. There's this guy. He's like, I like Freddy Fazbear. I like Freddy
Yeah.
Fazbear fan clubs. And then like a new
Alright, he's already
professor comes to the school or some shit, and he's like, yo, low key, I actually like Freddy Fazbear fan clubs too. Except this time, we're preparing because the animatronics are gonna come kill everyone. And then everyone at the school is like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We're all gonna die, so we need to prepare. And then they have a meeting or something, and they're dead, and all his friends are in the forest. But then they wake up and we're like, nah, man, it was just a prank. And then he stabs his professor in the eye or some shit, and then he starts bleeding
What?
black agony tears. and then his professor runs away, and the police are like, "It's okay." The end.
Dude,
Don't forget
okay,
that they eat insects on the daily, and and it's like the police officer just goes up to like the puddle left after the professor, and he says, "Ah, yes, this is motor oil."
Oh yeah, which implies the professor was an animatronic the whole time.
Yep.
And also the children eat bugs.
Yep.
I could not begin to tell you.
Why are the kids so violent in Tales? Like, what's it called? The kids were so violent in Haps for no reason. They fucked that animatronic up.
I kind of liked how Haps didn't actually want to kill them. It was just like doing what it was designed to do.
Yeah, but like they randomly just like kicked the shit out of Haps like halfway through the story for some reason.
Yeah, that was kind of mean.
Yeah. Why did they? Yeah. Why did they do that? They would have lived if they hadn't done that.
Yeah, it would have been fine. Haps was just being a friendly dude.
Dude, we should make like a...
Oh no! Oh no! We accidentally gave him razor blade.
To finish it off, we should make like a...
And now all of a sudden he has knives for hands.
To finish this off, we should make like a really quick book tier list. Of like the Fright stories.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Alright, Fright story.
Okay,
Sure.
I need you guys to poorly explain all
couple
of
words.
these to me, and I'll...
Poorly explain
yeah,
everything.
give me a sentence.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
That'll determine where I rank it.
Here we go. Real quick.
Let's have everything. Yeah, this has everything.
Alright, let's spit. Alright.
Yep. As for Fright's collection of
Now,
stories or whatever.
I may be yapping.
Alright.
But I actually really like Into the Pit.
Oh no, A tier.
I think Into the Pit's pretty cool.
I think it's like A.
Into the Pit's A tier. Yeah. To be beautiful,
Eh.
I'd put it at like a B or C.
I'd do the same with Count the Ways.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the
Really?
epilogues. I'm not doing the
Yeah,
epilogues.
yeah, we'll do the epilogues
Yeah.
all together at the end.
Fetch was pretty good. I think Fetch was pretty good.
Fetch
Yeah,
was okay.
A tier.
A tier.
I don't think it's as good as Into the Pit.
What the hell was going on in Lonely Freddy? That story was
I
wild.
didn't like Lonely Freddy. I'll put it to like C.
Yeah,
It's just a
C.
personal thing.
Yeah.
Out of Stock was good.
Alright.
Out of Stock was good.
After Lonely Freddy is where my Fright's knowledge goes to hell. So
Okay.
start poorly explaining these to me.
Alright.
Out of stock, plush strap evil.
Yep, they go to like
Oh, this is the plush strap
they
one?
go to a thrift store or
Yeah.
some shit and it has human teeth, but it's cheap, so they're like, we're gonna cop. And then it's
Wait, is this the one where they like get plush trap hit by a train?
yeah.
Yep.
S tier. That's funny as shit.
Alright.
Just for that, that's
1:35
good.
a.m. I didn't give a
That's a
shit,
weird
bro.
story.
I didn't care. It was boring
Yeah,
as
yeah,
hell. I'll
B
put it-
tier.
I'll put it in
Mid B tier.
I'll put it in B.
Room for one more is
What was
This is the
even...
mini arena one, right?
Dude, it's
Yep.
so... And then he starts having, like, dreams of Funtime Foxy driving a taxi.
oh that's peak. That's peak. A tier.
A tier.
A tier.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is where we're gonna start to disagree, bro. Fuck the new kid. This story was cheeks. I don't care.
I actually didn't like it. It's mid. It's mid. I'll put
It's
it in
mid. It's going in C.
Break this one down for me. Break this
top
one down.
top of B tier. Oh wait, the new kid. I'm tweaking. I thought it was the real Jake we were talking about. The new. I actually did not like the new kid at all. C tier.
Yeah.
I barely finished reading it.
I didn't like the
Took
new
me
kid.
forever.
And the protagonist was annoying and like an incel. It was terrible. Alright, Step Closer is good. And I put it in A or S.
Easy A tier. Easy A tier.
A. We'll do high A.
Do we have anything in S yet?
No.
But no,
I don't.
I put Out of Stock in S. I thought Out of Stock was really good.
Oh, okay.
Alright, here we go.
Dance with me.
I didn't care much for Dance With Me. It's not
okay.
bad. It's not. I put it like B.
Yeah.
Like center B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming Home. That was cute. Probably
Yeah.
also B.
Top of B.
Yeah. A lot of these are just all right.
Yeah.
I actually Bunny Call's good. Bunny Call's good.
Bunny Call gets infinitely funnier when you realize it's like Scott's personal experience. It's an A tier.
That
I
is
like
the funniest story ever, dude. Scott like hired a bunch of people to dress up as killer clowns to scare his family.
And he's like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Yeah, and he realized I've made a horrible mistake.
Okay. In the Flesh. S tier. S tier.
Which one is this?
In the Flesh, where he gives birth to Springtrap.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
S tier.
Ew.
Jokes aside,
yeah.
C tier. Man in Room 1280.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'll put it as like lower
I
A
think
tier.
it's a really cool concept that fucks with the lore the more you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't put it in S tier. Like otherwise it would have been a solid story with like the William Afton explosion. and whatever.
Blackbird. I'll probably put Blackbird in.
That one gave Scott nightmares, apparently.
Actually,
Or, like,
I
it was-
actually like
or, like
that.
it was like a sleep
I liked it. I put it
paralysis.
like middle of A or somewhere in A, I think.
Yeah. The real Jake is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
I like
not
it.
really
I like it.
FNAF, but I like it as just a story.
It's a good story, yeah.
Higher A tier, yeah. Hide and Seek is the Shadow Bonnie one, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
No,
this-
wait, yeah.
it is. It is. This
yeah,
story was so
it is,
odd.
it
This story
is.
was so odd to me.
And the way he like
Died. Yeah.
just died at the end, like what? I like the Shadow Bonnie like inclusion though, so I'll put it like B tier, I guess, like mid B
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah. I'll do it above 1:35 a.m.
Dance with Me is way too high. I'm gonna crank this down a little.
Right.
Oh, I hated Gumdrop Angel.
Oh, we're on the
Gumdrop Angel is
cliffs,
straight
bro.
B
We're
tier.
on the cliffs, bro.
We're still on. Oh yeah, I skipped way forward. Never
The
mind.
cliffs is also kind of whack.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that story.
C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. It is implied that his son didn't even survive though.
I actually
Like, he
really,
died.
really
He's
liked.
just-
I really like the Breaking Wheel. I think it's S tier.
Then
I haven't put. Look. Just because seeing how much like mid A tier there is, I'm putting Into the Pit and Fetch on S tier because those are like classics.
Okay.
Actually, Step Closer goes on S tier as well. No, Fetch is top A tier. Yeah, I'm just swapping this around a lot.
Breaking Wheel. I want to
Break-
Breaking Wheel at A or S. I think the gore is good. I think the scare is good. I think it's just a good story.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll put it in like A. He told me everything. Get that shit in D tier. That shit was ass.
Oh yeah. Hell
the
no.
goo, the fast
Hell
goo.
no.
Gumdrop Angel, same shit with a different
D
color.
tier.
That's just
D
going to
tier.
D tier. Sergio's
I
Lucky
didn't like
Day,
Sergio's.
going to D tier. These all suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What we
these
found
fell off.
is top A, if not S.
What
I
we found
really
is
like that story for some reason.
that's the one with Hudson, right?
Yep.
That one's pretty good.
I'll put it at the top of A tier, right below Fetch, just because I'm not willing to put everything in it. The Puppet Carver is a weird book.
Yeah, that one was. All right. Well, we can agree that Pizza Kit was a whole lot of ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
D tier, definitely. I actually like Jumper Tickets. Actually, I'll put it at the
Yeah.
bottom of A tier
Jumper
because there are
Tickets
better
is very.
stories. But it was actually an okay.
Jumper Tickets is very simple.
Weird. Yeah. But I like the premise. It's interesting.
I don't remember
the
the.
Puppet Carver's like
I don't remember the Puppet Carver that well.
it's weird. It's kind of like just top of C tier, I guess.
Okay. I think that was the most.
Oh,
forgettable
this is
one.
where we get. This is where we get into just straight ass territory.
Friendly Face. That was so bad.
Yep,
Like-
it's like mid. It's just above D tier. Like, yeah.
C Bonnie's
Bonnie's-
ass.
I know we're not disrespecting C-Bonnie.
No, we are. C Bonnie's a whole lot of ass.
Together Forever. Is,
That one's all right.
yeah, it's okay. Low B tier.
Yeah. Find Player 2.
Find
That's
Player.
the one where that's the one where like her friend got stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I didn't mind.
That story was kind of creepy. Honestly.
Yeah, it was
It's
actually
only
pretty
when it
creepy. I'll give it like low
It's
A,
stuck with me.
honestly.
Yeah. Same here.
Prankster was fucking
Breaking
stupid.
Wheel.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it's like going into glitch trap territory, but it does it wrong. So
Yeah.
it's weird.
Kids at Play, whole lot of ass. What was even going
B
on there?
tier.
You putting Kids at Play at
Oh,
B?
yeah. No. B was Prankster.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it plays like C.
Kids at Play. Cheat.
I actually really liked the Felix stories.
Felix the Shark, I don't remember. I remember the other two. I don't remember Felix the Shark.
It's like high B tier. The Scoop, which is the one that almost got MatPat canceled. Good story. I like it.
Wait, why
Not
did
because of
almost get
MatPat.
canceled?
It's a weird
Because it's
story.
the one that it's the ARG one. It's because they go on like
yeah.
a mad FNAF free hunt, and he's like, oh, maybe this means something for a good reason, but then people started being stupid. So. The Scoop is like mid B tier.
Yeah.
You're the Band. I like You're the Band.
Yeah, the band is good.
It's like mid A tier. So we're going into epilogues territory, but we're not gonna put like the epilogues.
Just do Stitchline.
Yeah, I think we do all the
Yeah,
epilogue.
I think it's S. I think Stitchwraith is good. I think it's a good series of.
I think I I don't think so.
You don't
I think
fuck with the
I think it
Stitchwraith?
starts good. No, I think it starts good.
Yeah, you're right.
It
No,
ends
around
weird.
Eleanor. Yeah, around Eleanor territory.
Yeah, once you get
Yeah.
to like Eleanor, once you get to Afton, to be honest, once Andrew is gone, then it gets weird, and that's like halfway through the story.
Yeah, I'm probably remembering it fondly because I just reread the first like 3 books in the
Yeah, like the
series.
first 3 are pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
third one specifically, like when you first meet it, and like Talbert gets fucked up, like that's good. Not Talbert,
Taggart, yeah.
whatever.
Same guy, Andrew
Yeah.
Talbert.
No. But yeah, like it starts off good, and then like the 4th one's good, 5th one's alright, and then the 6th one gets.
You guys want to do like
strange.
C?
I'll
put-
put B.
I'll be generous. I'll put it at like the middle of B.
Okay, I'll put it.
I think B is
above-
fair because like it has some good stuff.
I'll put it
but-
above hide and seek.
Okay, now I actually want to like organize this, like the stories.
Okay.
You know, organize all of them.
No, just quickly like be like.
Just so he has
ones, like,
his list
undeniably.
for the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, this is undeniably ass, but this is slightly less undeniably
yeah.
ass. You know what I mean? This sucked more than this.
This one was terrible. This one was slightly more terrible.
Yeah.
This one was peak,
Mm.
slightly less peak.
No, this feels pretty final.
So
Okay, you know,
what
I'm
do
just
you
gonna-
think the best one is then?
Into the pit.
The best
That's-
story.
it ended up at-
honestly, yeah, the best story is probably the first. It's hard.
It ended up at the top of my list. Step Closer is right behind. I liked Step
Step Closer is really good. I like the dynamic of that. I think Find Player 2 is
Yeah.
underrated. Nobody ever talks about Find Player 2, but that story was actually pretty creepy.
Yeah. Because it's the last story, so no one really like bothers.
Alright, we can rank Tails another day. That's probably gonna do it for now. I think that was a good talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll actually
Sure,
read
sure,
all
yeah.
the tales before I do that one.
Yeah.
I have to get back on that. I have to finish editing.
Bro,
I haven't started
oh,
editing.
yeah.
I have to finish that today.
Oh, it's the same grind. It's the same grind here. I haven't even done the voiceover yet, so I'm
Dude,
probably
my-
gonna do
I've only done the voiceover.
My videos take forever.
Yeah.
They take like
I-
40
I
hours.
just
Mine
I
are a
have
lot
found a way
lower
to do it
effort,
quicker.
so I'm kind of chilling.
yeah, what I do is I make like the first couple minutes like, oh yeah, this is good, and then as the video goes on, I'm like, yeah, if they're here, we're chill, and I just make like more casual, like
Yeah,
still edited, but less edited.
I get you.
I probably need to do the same.
That's probably the
but,
right way to do it. Although my
yeah.
my entire video was just full Mr. Beast stimulating shoo shoo everywhere for the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw your Fredner video.
Yeah, bro, it's hard. I'm sitting there keyframe after keyframe, bro.
Yeah. I could never.
Yeah, I
do
only.
that.
Yeah, I do. Like sometimes I find like a neat editing trick, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to put this in the video.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't. I never go like all in.
I'd be getting rizzy with it.
But
Not
Yeah.
Rizzy with it.
I'd be getting rizzy with my editing. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next time.